Man, that's awesome. Well, we wanted to do like a bonus thing on the episode. My mom didn't, send me her thing. So basically, going to highlight three of the most influential people in our lives. And we're not going to include ourselves, but I'll go ahead and kick it off. And these are, I'm not sexist. I'm not anti-woman. But without my mom, obviously she would have been in here. But these are the three most influential people in my life. And I'll kind of just touch on them briefly, their impact. Obviously, my dad, Charles McDonald II. You see that McDonald name. I should have put son hyphen McDonald. But obviously, I'm proud to be a McDonald. I'm proud of both my parents, but just super excited to just, follow my dad. He's a brainiac. He's a genius. I mean, I call him Black Jesus. I mean, he's literally the smartest person that I know as far as different things. So just, being able to kind of just see, hey, can I, match up with him? This is the standard when it comes to being a professional, being a provider, right? And, him, committing every day to just going to work and doing things of that nature. How can I match up? How can I do that? He came to every little stupid thing I had, whether it was the soccer games when we was like 1-15, 1-19. Yeah, we sucked. You were there. He was there. You were there. But he showed up to the band, and you did too. The band recitals. That support from a man in particular. From a man in particular, man, it's an outlier. So definitely number one for me, and number two is my grandfather. Definitely my original best friend. We talk all the time. As far as the pure conversation, that's probably the person that I've had the most conversation with is my grandfather. And, I think just now for me, it's just, appreciating, the last years of my grandparents' life, not trying to put them in a casket or nothing like that, but just being able to just have a lot of life conversation with him, kind of just squeeze out as much wisdom he's had. And, it's something, for me, he's a process starter. He came from the hood. He didn't have a father in his life, but he made a conscious decision like, hey, I know I need to go ahead and take care of business for my wife and the generations to come. So the decisions that he made, at 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, when you're making that transition to manhood, that allowed me to be sitting right here doing this podcast with you. So he's the process starter. You know what I'm saying? How many more people would be greater if they had someone like my grandfather, someone like my dad in life, just the presence. Not saying they're perfect, but just their influence of just how they are as a man. You know what I'm saying? And then number three, I gotta throw my boy Soap. I gotta throw Pops up there, another father figure, man. And Soap, when the divorce is going on, man, Soap was super impactful. We had a lot of great conversations. He never attacked, either you or my dad. He really gave different perspectives from your side, from my dad's side. He gave me a job during COVID, so being able to, work with, my boy Marquand, my brother DeAndre, when obviously we didn't really bring nothing to the table. Well, me in particular, he was just giving us out free money because he's like, hey, I'm gonna have my boys here, working. I'm gonna have them around. You know what I'm saying? And so for him, man, DeAndre, Soap, man, I call him Soap. But man, he's such a good dude, man, and he's what I want to be when I make it, because he gives back to his family. He's always giving to people. He's always including
beautiful
himself.
Family.
Yeah, beautiful family, taking care of his kids. Just the way he just maneuvers. I study him, everything he does, man. I just love how Soap approaches life. You know what I'm saying? And man, the story is great. But yeah, those are my three right there.
No, so we can, we really could drop the mic, but if you just take a step back and just think about what you said, you are beyond blessed. You had a father that was very active. On top of that, you had the singer, your grandfather that was very active, and then you had a bonus dad. Who can say, there's a lot of people that don't have that at all. And the fact that you was blessed threefold, and you just named three, I'm sure there's way more that you can name.
Absolutely.
So that's amazing.